Hey, joining us next on the Marmy Rock Show, making his first appearance on the Marmy Rock Show, we have guitar phenom Jacob Cade with us. If you haven't heard of Jacob yet, stick around a little while. You're going to be hearing a whole lot more about him in the near future, I think. He has got a tour planned with Boba Flex right now and a new single out. So, Jacob, welcome to the show.
How's it going, man? Glad to be here. Thank you for having me on.
Hey, so lots going on, it looks like, in your career. I'm not even sure exactly where to start, so let's just kind of start with the first single, What's Your Problem, that's out now. Tell us a little bit about the single and the kind of big names that you collaborated with on this single.
Yeah, man, for sure. What's Your Problem, man? That song is getting a lot of awesome feedback, and I'm super excited about it. Basically, the song is just, really in your face, rock and roll, guitar heavy, loud song, man, and it's just it's got this vibe where it's just like, I don't care who's watching. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, and I know that I'm awesome, and I'm gonna take it there. And so basically, that's just kind of like it's like a message to all those people that are like, they're different and they're not normal in society's eyes, and so it's kind of like being different is good. It's okay to be different, and it's okay to, to stick out, because normal people don't really do anything amazing in this world, so to speak. So it's kind of a message like that to the people who might feel alienated, like I do or did. And big names that we're talking about. Michael Wagner produced it. Which was amazing. I cannot believe it. It was such an honor working with him, man. And also, I wrote the song with Rachel Bolin from Skid Row, who was awesome to work with. Super cool guy, and everything kind of just seemed to work out perfectly with that. We went into the studio, pulled out my guitar, started jamming some riffs that I had in my head, and finally found one that we were both like, all right, I can dig this. And then wrote the lyrics, and, it was just sort of a one afternoon type of thing, and it all came out. It was very awesome. It was like a magical thing, I was super happy with how the song came out. Rad.
Now, comparatively speaking to an old guy like me, you're a pretty young dude. So how did you manage to hook up with Michael Wagner to get this recorded?
Yeah, man, I'm pretty young. You're right. Yeah, dude. Hooking up with Michael Wagner came from a guy named Johnny Dwinell from Nashville, and Johnny showed Michael a video of me, and when Michael saw it, he was like, "Well, who is this kid? And let's, can he write songs? Let's get him in here. Let's do something." And so that really kind of sparked that relationship, and then from that relationship came many, many more that Michael just helped me extremely through the whole thing, and it was awesome, man. And so that's something I'll never forget. A big thank you to Michael.
Now you're getting ready to embark on a tour with Boba Flex, so tell us about the excitement. I believe, if this is correct, is this your first big time tour?
Yes, this is my very first one. I'm so thankful that Boba Flex was gracious enough to take us on, and it's going to be so awesome, man. I'm super excited. I can't wait. And the band gets here from LA in a little less than a week, so I'm excited to just get to know them, get ready for playing all these shows, man. It's going to be so rad. Like a dream come true kind of thing.
Now, have you been getting any advice from any veteran musicians about some do's and don'ts on the first tour?
Yeah, man. Talking with, I'm good friends with Lizzie Hale and Joe Hottinger, and we saw them not too long ago. They were here playing a show, and we got to hang out with them a little bit. And I was telling them about the tour that we had just gotten on, and endless things of, they were so excited for me, and telling me, what to get ready for, and to expect the unexpected, things like that. Tons of stuff that they were just trying to pass on and kind of helping me out, getting my mindset right with the whole thing. And also Brent, while we were recording the record, Brent Fitz played drums, which was another amazing thing. But throughout that whole time, you know, he just would tell me everything about his experiences, you know. And that really is like, it's like priceless, you know, because that guy's been around for a long time, and he's been playing with amazing musicians. He's gone through the highest of the highs, the lowest of the lows, and he's been everywhere in between, man. So it was just super awesome to kind of have him there for that long of a time. And then it was kind of a running joke, like whenever we weren't working or weren't working on music or anything like that, Brent and I were always talking about something musically, you know, and he was always showing me a video on his phone or something like that. So it was super awesome, man. But yeah, I could say, you know, Brent, Lizzie, and Joe, along with Michael Wagner, of course, and Paul Taylor from Winger, who I also worked with.
Yeah.
They're all, you know, putting in their gracious words and helping me out, man. So it's awesome.
So, you know, for folks that don't know, you've got an EP coming out called Hunger, but it's not your first record. You have one going back titled The Prince of Rock and Roll. So tell me a little bit about how you feel you've evolved since that record.
Yeah, man. Well, Prince of Rock and Roll was an awesome record, man. It you know, I still love it. We recorded it. You know, that was kind of a big step, you know, from being in a musician's eyes, you know, like that's where I kind of learned how to write better songs and how to actually work in a studio and everything like that. And I was 15 when that got recorded, and that was at the Spot Studios here in Lakewood. And great record, man. I learned so much from Glenn and Rich, the producers on that. We all worked together, and it was just an amazing time working on that one. And coming into working with Michael, which is like such a huge step further, you know, from what I was doing, it was, you know, incredible. Like the amount that I learned working on that record from Michael and Brent and Paul and Lizzie, Joe. It was just one of those things where you kind of are. Let's see, you're reassured that you're going in the right direction, type of thing. And working on that record, I kind of realized, you know, I still got a lot to learn, but you know, I'm getting the hang of it, and I can definitely see the. You know, they always say it's good to see the improvement from the last record to now, and I definitely do see that. You know, for me, you know, learning so much about being a musician and being a songwriter and a singer, for that matter. For me, it was always about the guitar. In this record, I really branched out to try and reach, you know, multiple instruments and my voice in a different way. It was just a big stepping stone, man, and that's what I look forward to, is just huge stepping stones that I could try and reach.
Now, some of the folks you've worked with, you know, and you mentioned bands like Winger and Skid Row, and bands that were, when I was approximately, I'm guessing, your age, that I was a big fan of. And one of the things I always love is seeing up-and-coming, you know, you said you were 15 when that record came out, people your age producing the style of music that we love so much, folks my age, a lot of us. What got you into that style of music?
Well, it was a couple of things that got me into it. When I was very little, my dad always had that music out, and you know, he always had guitars around the house because he played when he was younger. You know, he had a band in high school and everything like that. So I was always around it. I was always exposed to it. It was never forced on me. But I went to my friend's house when I was about 8, and they had Guitar Hero. It just came out. It was like the newest thing, and we started playing it. And I was more fascinated with like the graphics, like the actual guitar player that was jumping around, and then the actual audience that was in there, and then the songs. I wasn't too focused on the game itself. So when I came home that night, I found something that had a guitar on it, and I watched it, and it was "Song Remains the Same" by Zeppelin. and seeing Jimmy Page blew my mind. And that's when I knew I wanted to play that music. And then just that little gateway kind of opened up a whole world for me to explore and figure out what I liked and what I didn't like and everything like that. And then, going from that to playing my first show at 12 years old, it was just like a whole world for me to, have fun in. It was like a playground for me. And then from then until now, I've been obsessed with it.
Well, now, for those of us that are novice, non-guitar players, and you've got a lot of pictures of you with the double neck guitar out there, which I'm thinking it looks like it's kind of a trademark almost for you. For folks like me that don't know any better, tell us about a double neck guitar. Why a double neck, and what is the purpose of having the two on there?
Yeah, man. Well, the double neck thing, that fascination with that guitar, started with Jimmy Page, of course, and the double neck, just, for people who aren't guitar players, it's, so the top neck is a 12-string guitar, and the bottom neck is a regular 6-string guitar. So you use it basically for if you have a song that has a 12-string part and a solo or 6-string part, so you can switch in between those two sounds, and kind of achieve that without having to change guitars. And also, it looks pretty awesome. So yeah, and that along with my Les Paul, which is my main rig, the Gibson Les Paul, those became the guitars that I wanted to use for all my shows, and they feel the best in my hands, and I've always seen my favorite guitar players playing those guitars, so it was just like a common sense thing for me to play them,
Yeah, man. Well, listen, I've had a good time talking to you. We've been talking with Jacob Cade. He's a great guitar player, solo artist. He's going out on tour with Boba Flex. And the one thing I forgot to ask you, is the new single out available now for download for people, or is it not released yet?
Yeah, it is out for download, man. And it's also, we have a visual video out on YouTube, which I encourage you to go check it out if you haven't. It's been getting a lot of good feedback, and it's pretty cool, man. So go check it out. It's fun. But yeah, man, that's the only song that's out off the new EP, and the new EP is going to come out either January or February of 2018.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for it, man. Jacob Cade's been a good time talking with you. Go out and catch Jacob on tour with Boba Flex. Pick up his new single, What's Your Problem? We're going to do the same thing. So, hey, Jacob, man, thanks a lot for being here.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. It was super fun talking to you, man.